Before we start, a quick public service announcement. If you reach the point where you physically can't listen to my voice anymore,
First of all, valid.
but if you would like to emotionally support Luke after all these episodes of CIA research-induced psychological damage,
You can now donate £1 a month to my Luke Therapy Fund on Patreon.
that money goes towards weighted blankets, herbal teas, and pretending we didn't read the classified documents written by man who definitely shouldn't have had power.
Other Patreon tiers include bonus episodes and our side series Conspiracies Around the World.
This week, episode 4, The Witches and Legends of Portugal. Not boring history, no GCSE energy.
It's curses, folk magic, possession, rumours, and villages where everyone agrees something is wrong, but no one says it out loud.
Alright, let's finish this CIAR. Welcome back to Mindzilla, the podcast where the conspiracy isn't hidden, it's just badly labeled.
This is it, the final episode in our first long dive into CIA projects miniseries.
We've talked about MKUltra, we've talked about psychic spying, we've talked about time, trauma, LSD, cults, and men in suits absolutely losing the plot.
So today we're ending where it actually matters.
Because the CIA didn't stop experimenting on human mind.
They stopped doing it in basements and started doing it through interfaces.
Before we go anywhere near algorithms, phones, or simulations, we need to ground this series in reality. Some of what we are about to talk about, as well as previous episodes, is factual, documented, and admitted.
And some of it is and was speculative, conspiratorial, and based on patterns people think they're seeing.
We'll tell you which is which. We're not getting sued for your spiritual awakening. Let's start with MKUltra, which, to humanity's horror, was a real CIA program. Not a theory, not a rumor.
It ran officially from 1953 to 1973.
Its purpose was to explore methods of mind control, interrogation, and behavior modification.
And yes, that includes LSD, hypnosis, sleep deprivation, sensory overload, electric shock, and psychological torture.
Often without consent.
Sometimes on prisoners, sometimes on soldiers, sometimes on random civilians.
Including people who just turned up to hospitals or universities and trusted the wrong men in lab coats.
Here's an important correction people like to make. This wasn't a few bad apples. MKUltra was funded, approved, and protected at high levels.
When it was exposed in the 1970s, then CIA Director Richard Helms ordered most of the files to be destroyed.
So what we know now is just what survived by accident.
And what survived was already horrific. I can't begin to imagine what didn't.
People hear mind control and think Manchurian candidate.
But the actual goal was simpler and darker. Break identity. Disrupt belief systems.
And create confusion, dependency, suggestibility.
Not perfect control, because unstable humans are easier to manage.
That idea matters because it never went away.
MKUltra was, quote, terminated in 1973.
Congress held hearings, apologies were muttered, and the official line became, "We would never do this again."
Which historically translates to, we'll do it differently and hide it better.
Now, this is where theories start.
Not documents, not proof. Patterns people see or think they see.
Common belief in conspiracy communities is that MKUltra didn't fail.
It evolved.
That the CIA learned chemical mind control was messy, illegal, and unpredictable.
But influence scales beautifully.
And that's where technology enters the chat.
This episode is not saying the CIA controls your thoughts through TikTok.
We're not saying Zuckerberg is a sleeper agent.
We're also not saying that.
What we are saying,
That the same Institutions that studied perception, belief, and psychological influence now live in a world where human behavior is tracked in real time, and that deserves scrutiny.
MK Ultra proves one thing beyond doubt.
Governments were willing to violate ethics to understand the human mind.
They were obsessed with perception, with belief, and with narrative.
So the question for the rest of this episode is simple. Did that obsession disappear? Or did it just get better? Let's talk about DARPA, LifeLog, and why one cancelled military project still haunts the internet.
And yes, the Facebook timing,
Before Facebook, before Google, before you accidentally liking a post from 2016 and spiral,
there was DARPA.
the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
Formed in 1958 after the Soviets launched Sputnik and America collectively panicked.
DARPA's job at the time was simple: never be technologically surprised again, which meant funding weird, futuristic, borderline unethical research. Sounds familiar?
ARPANET was the precursor to the modern internet.
Built by DARPA in the late 1960s, its goal wasn't social connection, it was resilient communication during nuclear war.
Information had to survive.
So the internet didn't start as a free speech utopia, it started as a military nervous system. And that origin story matters.
Because from day one, the internet was about information flow, redundancy tracking, and control under chaos.
Fast forward to the early 2000s, DARPA launches a project called LifeLog.
Official goal? To build a digital record of a person's entire life.
Not just documents, but emails, calls, purchases, movements, relationships, media consumption, emotional context.
LifeLog wasn't subtle. It openly aimed to answer questions like, what events shaped this person?
What information influenced their decisions? How do beliefs form over time? Which, let's be honest,
Sounds suspiciously like MK Ultra with better funding and fewer acid flashbacks.
LifeLog officially shuts down February 4th, 2004. DARPA says is due to privacy concerns and budget priorities.
No scandal, no expose.
Just gone. Now, what makes things suspicious on the same day that LifeLog shuts down, February the 4th of 2004?
Facebook launches.
Let's be very clear. There is no evidence Facebook is LifeLog, no document, no whistleblower.
This is where conspiracy starts, not where facts end.
That coincidence lives rent-free in conspiracy forums.
Because Facebook does exactly what LifeLog wanted.
Maps relationships, tracks behavior, records memories, logs emotional reactions. But, and this is important,
Facebook does this for advertising, not military ops, at least officially. Here's the grounded truth.
you don't need a CIA conspiracy for this to be disturbing. Capitalism did the job just fine. What LifeLog wanted to do with grants,
Tech companies now do for profit.
and governments realized they could just buy access.
Modern data science uses what's called a data double.
A digital version of you, built from clicks, pauses, likes, scroll speed, predictive but not conscious.
It doesn't know why you're sad.
Just when you're likely to buy soup.
In conspiracy spaces, this becomes,
LifeLog never died. It went private, or it went corporate.
again, belief, not proof.
But beliefs don't come from nowhere.
Even if the CIA didn't design Facebook, they absolutely understood the value of data, which brings us to In-Q-Tel.
The CIA's venture capital arm.
LifeLog proves the state wanted total life mapping.
Facebook proves the market figured it out faster. The danger isn't secret control rooms. It's systems built without ethics, then quietly repurposed. Here's the moment a lot of people miss.
The CIA didn't stop influencing the world. They stopped doing it directly and started doing it through money.
Intel is the CIA's venture capital firm, founded in 1999. Its job is to invest in emerging technology that could be useful to intelligence.
Not secretly, this is public information. They don't own companies, they seed them.
They guide development and they get early access, of course. This is genius from an intelligence perspective.
No FOIA request, no congressional hearings, no illegal experiments.
Just innovation and plausible deniability. Let's name names.
Palantir, a data analytics firm used by intelligence agencies, law enforcement, and militaries.
Keyhole Link, which later became Google Earth, tools for geospatial tracking, pattern recognition, and intelligence fusion. Again, this is all documented.
Palantir doesn't spy on individuals randomly.
It connects datasets, phone records, financial transactions,
Social networks, movement patterns, to identify relationships and risk
which sounds abstract.
until it's you.
In conspiracy spaces, Palantir becomes
The system that knows everyone, the digital panopticon, the machine that predicts rebellion.
again interpretation, not proof.
But pattern analysis is predictive by design.
Here's the real issue. These tools were designed for foreign intelligence, but data doesn't respect borders.
And corporations collect more data than governments ever could. So intelligence agencies didn't need to spy anymore, they just needed access.
This is where the line dissolves. Government funds innovation, companies deploy it commercially.
Agencies buy the results, no one breaks the law, everyone avoids responsibility.
On Reddit and conspiracy forums, this becomes tech companies are intelligence proxies. They don't need warrants. You consented.
Again, belief, not documentation.
But consent buried in 40 pages of legal text is still consent.
This isn't mind control, Rays, it's environmental control, what you see.
What you don't,
What trends?
what disappears.
MK Ultra wanted to control minds,
Modern systems influence choices.
which is cheaper, legal, and scales globally.
The CIA didn't need to keep experimenting on brains.
The market built a better system and intelligence agencies learned how to shop.
Let's stop talking about data and start talking about belief. If MKUltra was about controlling individual minds,
This is about shaping mass behavior,
not forcing,
nudging,
not commands.
suggestions.
Psychographics is the study of personality traits, values, fears, motivations. It's not what you buy, it's why you buy it.
Important distinction.
This comes from marketing and behavioral psychology. Edward Bernays, Freud's nephew, the father of public relations,
He proved you could guide public opinion without people noticing.
governments took notes. Once everything went online,
Psychographics became scalable.
likes, shares, search terms, watch time, your behavior became your psychological fingerprint.
Let's talk about the case everyone knows.
Cambridge Analytica harvested Facebook data
Built psychographic profiles.
and targeted political messaging.
This is proven, investigated, documented.
No conspiracy here, unfortunately. Now, here's where the speculation starts.
Some Cambridge Analytica figures had ties to defense contracts.
And military psychological operation. That does not equal CIA control, but it shows overlapped methodology. Algorithms don't persuade.
They amplify.
They feed you consent that keeps you engaged. And outrage is engaging. Fear is engaging.
Identity, conflict is very engaging.
You don't need to invent lies. You just boost certain truths. you suppress others.
You let communities radicalize themselves.
The system doesn't care what you believe, only what you stay plugged in. Online conspiracy spaces argue.
This is fourth generation warfare. No bullets, just belief destabilization. Again, theory, not proof.
But information warfare is openly acknowledged by militaries worldwide.
MKUltra failed because humans resist control. This works because humans choose it. You click, you scroll, you share.
You self sort into tribes, no agents whispering in ears, no hypnosis, just incentives.
Attention, validation, belonging.
There is no central villain,
No evil mastermind.
just systems optimizing for engagement.
And governments learning how to ride the wave.
The modern psyop doesn't tell you what to think. It shapes the environment where thinking happens, and once belief is shaped,
Behavior follows.
so what happens next?
Now we talk about the future.
Let's get this straight before Reddit clips this out of context.
The CIA didn't vanish. They didn't retire. They didn't suddenly grow a conscience and take up pottery.
They adapted. The modern intelligence agency doesn't need to run the system. They just need to understand it better than everyone else.
They advise, they contract, they partner.
They let corporations take the heat. Let's ask the thing no one likes answering.
Who knows more about you, the CIA or your phone?
Who tracks your location, your conversations, your habits?
Your mood at 2 a.m.?
Governments used to fight wars over land, then oil. They still do, but in smaller scales. And now is data.
And the largest data holders aren't nations, they're platforms. The level of influence used to sit in the CIA headquarters.
Now it sits in boardrooms, in recommendation engines, in ad auctions.
In modern policies written by lawyers, not generals.
Conspiracy says there's a secret cabal controlling everything, but in reality is much worse.
It's decentralized, messy, profit-driven.
And no one is fully in control. You can outthrow a government, but you can't outthrow an algorithm.
You can't vote out engagement metrics. You can't FOIA a machine learning model.
MKUltra taught them you can't control individuals.
Project Stargate taught them belief is slippery.
In-Q-Tel taught them to outsource risk.
The internet taught everyone else the same lesson.
No one is doing this to you. You're participating. Every click trains the system.
Every share sharpens it. Every outrage cycle feeds it. You still have agency.
But it's exhausted. Decision fatigue is real, and tired people don't think critically.
They default.
Let's be real and take a step back and picture MKUltra in the now. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't look like torture.
It would look like comfort, personalized feeds, endless distraction.
Identity reinforcement, just enough truth to keep you invested. Unfortunately, this isn't a movie.
There's no final boss.
Just incentives stacked on incentives.
And systems doing exactly what they were designed to do.
The CIA's greatest achievement wasn't mind control. It was learning it didn't need to. The world built something far more powerful on its own.
And now everyone's living inside it.
So if you're waiting for the truth to be revealed,
It already has been.
it just didn't come with dramatic music.
It came with terms and conditions.
And that's the CIA.
No aliens, no time travelers.
Just humans, systems, and unintended consequences.
No one will sleep well tonight.
Deep breaths, everyone.
Unclench your jaw.
If you've been holding your phone like it personally betrayed you, that's normal.
We've dragged you through acid tests, psychic spies, data mining, and the realization that your toaster probably knows your political leanings.
We're going to gently place that back on the shelf for now.
We're not saying goodbye forever.
But we are saying, go and have a cup of tea.
Will we revisit CIA projects in the future?
Absolutely. This was just the tip of the iceberg with those guys. We will do episodes on other odd projects here and there.
Or when something weird resurfaces or declassifies itself at 3 a.m.
But for now, let the spooks rest. If you enjoyed this mini series, and by enjoyed we mean emotionally destabilized,
Patreon is where we put the extra stuff we probably shouldn't shout about publicly.
bonus conspiracies, off mic arguments, and occasional we found some and immediately regretted it moments.
It's also how you keep this podcast alive without us selling supplements or tactical trousers.
Next episodes with changing flavor
From intelligence agencies
to incense, old hidden rooms,
and a 2,000-year-old organization that definitely doesn't have secrets.
allegedly. I'll be guiding us through the Vatican as a retired Catholic.
And I'll be here as someone fully unreligious and deeply suspicious of any building with that much marble.
We're talking secret archives, underground vaults, suppressed texts.
Miracles that feel administratively approved.
It's still conspiratorial, still funny, still deeply unsettling in places.
But spiritually unsettling this time.
Thanks for sticking with us through the CIA uncomfortable arc.
You survived, probably learned a bit too much, and now you deserve a break.
We'll see you Sunday for the next episode, when we ask what happens when beliefs outlive evidence. Sleep well.
And always check the fine print. Bye.
Bye.